Are you ready?
What's going on, everybody? This is Master Teacher of Attraction back with another video. And let me know if y'all can, clearly hear the phonics that I'm finna be speaking when it comes to this topic. Okay, so y'all read the title. Everything has been a lie ever since you came into this world. Okay, especially if you came into this world in the United States of America with three Ks. Okay, so it's even worse when you are a certain demographic of male. Okay, if your skin color look like the back wall or look like my skin, then I'm pretty much talking about you. Okay, so the first thing you come into this world, okay, they telling you all these lies and everything. They send your ass to school, and then pre-K, first grade, second grade, they send your ass to become an employee. And I don't know if you ever sat back and think about it that way, but that's what they're doing. All right. Now, before that, it used to be something called a rites of passage. Okay. And in this rites of passage, they had one for the women, and then they had one for the men. And then, since we talking about the dudes, okay, of a certain demographic, those men, they would have to do something in order to move into their manhood. Probably things like go hunt a jaguar, go catch a 80-year-old flathead catfish with your bare hands, or something like that. Go survive 3 days in the wilderness with a certain set of tools, and once you accomplish that, you'll move on to your manhood. But in the United States of America with three Ks, they have you go to be an employee. Okay, that's why they gave your ass that SSN. Okay, so you gotta first know that that's the first lie. Okay, and then you gotta think about the lies that that your parents was even telling you. Okay, and this ain't some stuff you gonna be able to go once you learn this stuff in this video. You can't go tell this to your people. Okay, they gonna go look at you crazy. All right, take it from me and take it from some other people that you find on the interwebs. Okay, you can go ahead and try it. You probably gonna try it. Just like I said, I rejected it too. I was like, nah, I'm finna tell them this. They need to know all this stuff, and then you gonna lay it right on your flat ass. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right. So once you understand that part, you gotta also come to the realization that a lot of stuff that your family told you was a lie too. Especially if you're a male of a certain demographic that look like us. All right, so you know, you should I say this one? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say this one. So I don't know if you noticed, but whenever you was growing up, they say don't hit women, but uh, as you grew up, you probably got hit by women, and they was okay with hitting you and shit, and then you felt like you couldn't do nothing about that, so that was kind of castrating you and shit like that. Um, Here I got a story since we telling stories. I got stories for days. So check it out, right? There used to be uh, was the time? That had to be in second grade, I believe. Okay, back in 1999, I believe, or 2000, sometime around there. It was a it was a woman as black as this remote. And I'm not saying that to make fun of anybody's skin color, cause the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. You understand what I'm saying? But um, this there wasn't no sweetness when it came to this woman right here. Her name was Ruth, and what was happening with Ruth, I don't know what was happening. Okay, but at that time, I just remember she was towering over me, and she would always hit me and everything. And then I tell my family, and they say, "Oh, she was just hitting me because she like you and all that." But that's kind of weird. You gotta understand what I'm saying, because you that's kind of weird because you don't hit somebody that you like. Okay, so one of the many lies that you told as a male of a certain demographic. Okay, so Ruth over there, smacking dudes up. Okay, she not getting in trouble. Okay, so what you think that's gonna do to her psyche? What you think that's gonna do when she has some children? Okay, she gonna teach them, yeah, I've been beating up on dudes all my whole life. I've been talking to them my whole certain way, and they don't do nothing. So you can do that too. And that has been going on for the past at least 5, 6 generations. Okay, and you just came out of nowhere. Okay, and when I'm talking about you, I'm not talking about your natural human body, like your physical vessel. I'm talking about your soul. Okay, that's why when people ask me how old I am, I say I'm eternal, just like you eternal. But you gotta understand that we talking about people that don't got. So you got a soul, you got a mind, you got a spirit, okay, or a subconscious, okay. Most people subconscious ain't online, and then they third eye ain't online, okay. They just the flesh. That's the other thing, okay. So you got the flesh, and then you got the spirit, and then you got the soul, okay. Most people don't got no soul, okay. And then when it comes to spirit, some people got spirit. And the people that got the spirit is the people that be thumping Bibles and all that, or Islam and Muslim and all these different religions and things, trying to be like the people that have a soul. And then you got people that just have a flesh, right? Those are the people that just be out here, all willy nilly, doing all types of drugs and alcohol, and that's the only way they can live. And if they not smoking, they not drinking, they not eating Cheetos, burritos, Doritos, Cheetos, they not living. They can't live without that type of stuff. They can't live without hurting their body. They can't live without messing up their virginity and all these things. All those things, their health. They can't live without doing something against their flesh. You know what I'm saying? So most of the people that you come across in the United States of America with 3Ks are gonna be the people that only operate off of flesh. And it's because, first of all, the government takes over their mind at a young age. Okay? So they don't got their mind. Okay? Where is the soul located? The soul is located within the mind. Alright? So that's why they come. As soon as you come into this world, you come from your dad's sperm cell. That sperm cell connect with that egg cell within your mother, and then you come down that birth canal, and then they give your ass that SSN. Alright? That's your employee identification number for your corporate soul. And your corporate soul is your all capital letter name. Okay? So, but they didn't tell us this. They not telling nobody this. Because they need your ass to work. And you need to make those rich old people some money. Okay? And that's why they not telling you how to start a business and do all this stuff. Alright? But let's go back to what I was talking about. Okay? I'm trying to get to all the lies so you fully understand what's going on. So keep in mind what I said about Ruth. That stuff is going on all the time. So you grow up and you start to take on a victim mentality. All right, when it comes to hormone. All right. So they start disrespecting you. They start talking to you any type of way. You getting black eyes from random women, and you start to become, you come out of high school. You don't got a whole bunch of people around you and everything to talk with. So you come out of high school, and then you're like, damn, there ain't a whole bunch of people. You start to come to the realization that most people in America, or the United States of America with 3Ks, are very antisocial. If you try to approach them and have a conversation, that's man or woman, uh, it's not gonna go good. They gonna start showing their insecurities, and they gonna start just acting really weird. Okay, and you gonna see those people that don't got no soul and they ain't got no spirit. You gonna come across a lot of people that only operate off of flesh, and then they respond to you like they animals. Okay, when you get an animal in a corner, it just go off of instincts without thinking. So that's what tends to happen when you come across and you start approaching women as a man. Okay, so once you get of a certain age, but you was probably told, oh, you just gotta take these women out on dates. You gotta you gotta have a nice little car to go ahead and take them out on a little date. Make sure you give them $20 or something to send them off, and go ahead and try to uh, take them to a nice restaurant like Steak 48, uh, bubblegum shrimp. That's what I was doing. I went to bubblegum shrimp since we was in Chicago. Okay, so I'm just keeping it real with y'all. Come on, cut. This is what y'all gotta understand. In the United States of America, with 3Ks, most people do not keep it real. Okay, that's what you're gonna come to realize. All right, especially the government, because the government don't keep nothing real with nobody. Okay, so once you start to realize all this stuff, man, a lot of people call themselves chosen ones and everything. It don't really matter what you call yourself, but just understand, if you always grew up and you felt kind of isolated away from other people. Just remember when I said about that soul, spirit, and that flesh. Okay, most people don't have all three online. Okay, first of all, to have all three online, you gotta have access to some healthy food, or have some discernment about what you put into your body. Not just the healthy food, it's also being do you gravitate towards smoking uh, these weaponized cigars and weaponized cigarettes and everything like this here? Uh, what's that stuff called? Liquor. Okay, what y'all gotta understand, when this another lie. Okay, and it's perpetuated in the United States of America with 3Ks. Okay, and the government and the FDA are okay with this. Okay, this is what they okay with. They okay with allowing y'all to drink these things with these spirits in there that they call alcohol. All right, and that's not something you want to be doing all the time. Okay, but the FDA say it's okay. Um, you got discernment not to do that. All right, that's how you know, with all along with all these other things, that you don't, you're not the same as these other people. Okay, um, especially as a certain demographic of male that look like us. Okay, you're not the same as these other people. All right. So you start seeing all these things. You start putting one together. 1 plus 1 equal 3, but people are telling you 1 plus 1 plus 1 equal 4. It's 45 genders, and it's okay to be a woman now. Because I don't know if y'all been noticing in the United States of America with 3Ks, the government been telling a lot of people that, if you feel it's, uh, Jesus and God made a mistake with your gender, and that's what they teaching the children. Okay, so are you not into? Hey, that's what they doing. Okay, so just be glad you're not a part of that generation that has to go through that. Okay, but each generation goes through these little lies that they try to put into you when you're young, because they know that your mind is still developing. Okay, so usually the last two things is the working thing once you start working, and then the dating life part. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the work life and then the dating life part. Okay, when it comes to a certain demographic that look like us, a male. Um, so when it comes to the work life, you start to like for instance with me, we was told that we need to go to college, get some good grades, or we gonna look at you like a failure. Okay, so check it out, right? I went to college and everything. Okay, I got my license um, to work in the state of Illinois as a CVT, Certified Veterinarian Technician. Okay, because that's what everybody in my family was telling me to do because I liked animals, not because it would uh, be beneficial to me and my family. Only because I liked animals. Okay, so what do you think happened out of that? I ended up becoming homeless. Okay, because there was no logic in the advice that my family was giving me. Okay, it wasn't adding up. They didn't think about those things. They was thinking off their emotions, and that's another thing that you're gonna have to, come to realize that is a part of the lies. The United States of America with 3Ks and the government be telling a lot of people to move off of emotion and not logic. Okay, so that's why you got a lot of, big people, and there's a such thing as body shaming and all this. Okay, even though they fat and unhealthy. All right, throw logic out the window. It's all about emotions. All right, so one way or another, you gonna come to realize that trading your time for dollars is not the best way to utilize your time for the rest of your life. I just got the message early while I was still in my 20s. Okay, so that's usually gonna be the next lie that you start to realize. Cause I used to sit there at work and I'd be like, damn, people do this. I'm thinking this in my head. Probably during when I was surgically prepping the patients and everything, and just sitting there taking the vitals, and I'd be thinking in my head like, damn, this shit crazy. People literally do this shit for 40, 50 years until they retire. Just day in, day out, day in, day out. And you ain't got no time to cook no healthy food. You ain't got no time to spend with your family. You ain't got no time to start a family. You ain't got no time to do none of these things. I even remember one employee that was a receptionist, and she was working so hard. It's like, how do you take care of yourself as a woman? Uh, like when it come to tampons and menstrual cycles and everything, like she literally had no time to take care of that because she was always on the go and they always had it at. You know what I'm saying? So I remember I was seeing things like that. I'm like, this can't be the way. This can't be real life. This can't be real life. So I started waking up to the fact that this shit was a matrix. Not the Matrix, the movie. But y'all know they always got to put it into something to let you know what they doing. So they came out with that movie. Okay, so it's not, flying bullets and you doing all this and this, that, and the third, dodging bullets and shit. What you trying to dodge is the hijack. All the hijacks and the lies. Okay? And the other thing, too, that comes down to it, uh, when you get past that, is the lies on YouTube. Now, YouTube and these social medias used to be a good place to come and learn something. Okay? But you got all these idiots on YouTube telling a whole bunch of lies. Oh, come do affiliate marketing. And then they not even making no money with affiliate marketing or whatever it is that they talking about. They're not giving y'all the real sauce or the real game that on how to make money and things like that. Or how to position yourself in front of the flow of money. They don't tell it to you guys like that. Because the government is already making money every day. Okay, so you don't have to make it. You just gotta position yourself in front of it. You understand what I'm saying? But that's the first thing when it comes to those two. Okay, so come out of high school, you start to realize everybody's anti-social. They acting like they knew you in high school when y'all barely talked. You like, what the fuck, huh? Nigga, I don't know you. But okay, you come out, you start working. You like, damn, this shit can't be life. And then, you know, as a young, male that looked like, you and me, uh, you start to try to, get the dating life and everything together, right? But as you get older and older, you start paying attention, especially with the stuff that they putting out now. It's bad when people don't know their own gender. It's bad when a woman doesn't look like a woman and a man don't look like a man. Okay? And everybody want to switch their genders. But see, I wasn't thinking about none of this stuff, and I wasn't thinking about what the government was trying to perpetuate people's soul in their mind was in their mind to do. Okay, I wasn't paying attention to that. I was paying attention to them dumbass dating coaches, and this is where we start getting into, having a passport and dating in the United States of America with 3Ks. Okay, so um, yeah, when it comes to dating in the United States of America with 3Ks, the government has pretty much effed all that up. Okay, especially for the demographic that look like you and me. Um, that started going away back in the 50s and the 60s. Okay, uh, because what they had to do, everybody be saying that. What I'm saying is, I mean the government. Okay, so the government started subsidizing uh, the women of a certain demographic to start doing without the male counterpart and taking the money, and then that started teaching each generation that the males of a certain demographic was only important for money, and then once you get the money, you fuck them, then you leave. You know what I'm saying? And that's started perpetuating each generation and everything. So when y'all out here and y'all trying to uh, quote unquote date, uh, when you start coming across a lot of disrespect, a lot of side eyes, or you see the opposite sex looking at you as if they're interested in you, and then you go talk to them, and then they start cursing you out and everything, and then you start realizing like, damn, Master Teacher of Attraction was talking about that shit when people only got only operate off of flesh, and they ain't got no spirit and they ain't got no soul. So, they can't really connect. They can't really connect when it comes to them type of things, you know what I'm saying? But then you get to a certain point in your life where you're like, damn, everything in the fucking United States of America with 3Ks is a lie. Everything is in reverse. Because then, once you start to learn about, how this corporation got started on the land of America, the Republic, you start being like, damn, wait, I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm a U.S. citizen. Wait, forget all this dating and forget all this work life, career and all this, going to college and all this stuff. Because college is a business too. So they make money off of dumbass motherfuckers like me in the past, okay? That wanna go do something with their life. Just like them WGN commercials that used to come on. And they used to, tell people that sit there and watch daytime television all day to go and get a job. But first, before you get a job, you gotta come through us to come get an education and pay us all this money, student loan debt. Okay, so that's another lie right there. But then you start to learn about, damn, this a corporation, not a country, on the land, the republic, on the soil. What? Damn. So, you say fuck all that other shit, and then you start to learn about the passport. Okay, and in the middle of getting your passport, you're like, damn, let me go over the Caribbean. Uh, Let me go over to Costa Rica. Let me go over to Brazil. Let me go to Africa. Let me go to South Africa. Let me go to Thailand. Let me go to these different parts of Europe and things. And then you start to realize, damn, the people, not just the women, the people and the culture is like the opposite. I even realized this when I was traveling within the United States. And when I went to Missouri, the people were a lot more different from Chicago. Because people in Chicago, they very bad and, well, not bad. When I say that, um like during the morning rush, right? They got their briefcases and everybody rushing to work. They will run you out of their way and act like they just didn't run over a natural human being. Won't even bat an eyelash either. They just gonna keep doing what they was doing. Looking at their phone, like no humanly interaction or nothing, no friendly human interaction. And then when I went down to Missouri, I was like, man, these people are literally, they acting like humans. They having conversations with you, no matter what your skin color is or anything. It's just all based off the energy, and if you seem like a cool person, they have a whole conversation, and be real with you. Okay, so when I realized that, I'm like, man. So come fast forward, seeing a lot of people of a certain demographic and agenda talking about they finna start, going overseas and everything, and they starting to realize that, man, I was being treated a certain way over here in the United States of America with 3Ks. And, some dudes over here paying, hundreds of dollars for dating coaches and all this, wasting hella hours, cold approaching. I've been told y'all about cold approaching over here in the United States of America with 3Ks. It was a huge waste of time. Huge waste of time. Okay? Because you gotta understand why do people act so antisocial, and um, why do the women act so wishy-washy and flaky with you over here in the United States, and why do people play so many games of a certain agenda over here in the United States? Well, you gotta understand, a lot of people. Let me stop saying people. A lot of women over here in the United States, a lot of the pH is gonna be off Why is it gonna be off? Because of the diet, not drinking enough water. When you eating Baba's, Burger King, McDonald's, and that's the only thing that you eating, what do you think that's gonna do to your pH? It just don't make you fat. It messes with your hormones. Okay, so that might be something else. That might be something else you start to realize. Cause when you was younger, they used to say, the Powerpuff Girls and all that, you know, uh, sugar, spice, and everything nice. That's what they said women was made out of. And then when you smell that thing, and it don't smell right, you like that don't smell like sugar, spice. Ooh, man. So, that was another lie right there too. Um, but when you start, you know, realizing these things, you get your passport, and then you start to figure out the work life. Um, you gonna start to come to that realization that the dating life is not even possible 9 times out of 10 over here in the United States because they got people's minds. Okay, people don't think for themselves. They let the government think for them. Okay, um, there's no humanly possible way you can explain why there's so many single mothers in the United States of America with 3Ks. Other than, that's what they taught. That's just what they see, and that's what they gonna do. Instead of interpreting and using some critical thinking skills, which they start teaching in schools, you know, they just monkey see, monkey do. So what you gotta realize is once you start seeing these lies and everything, what you gonna do about it? A lot of people see the truth and they know the truth and then they run from it and then they keep perpetuating a life of unhappiness because they keep moving off of information that they know is a lie. Okay, so if you know that you know what we just explained in this video, if you know all those things, why would you keep doing those things instead of going to get your passport and going to visit these other areas so you can see what the difference is? Okay, see how much healthier they eat, see that they actually got a connection to their mind and they got a connection to their spirit and their soul. Okay, as compared to the people over here, everybody so damn worried about them damn selves and ain't got no connection to any humanly feelings. Okay, and that's why they introducing sex robots over here, but that's another story. That's another lie for your ass. Okay, so you just gotta realize a lot of this stuff, and let's not even get started about the way that you popped up in this realm. Most likely by some, your parents probably didn't like each other, but they was like, man, I need some of that thing, okay? And then they did that thing, and then after that, they was like, man, fuck this nigga, fuck this bitch, and then they separated, and there you are. You know what I'm saying? That's just how the game go. So I started seeing a lot of this stuff when I was home, so that's why I see it as a blessing. I'm able to come here and tell y'all that. But you know, uh, yeah, you start to notice a lot of this stuff. Um, but the thing is, what you gonna do about it? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this promo short. Go ahead and check out the description link down below. It might be some stuff that can help you out. If you got any questions, there's a comment section down below. Um, and y'all can donate too. Uh, it's in the link tree link in the description. I'll put it in the pinned comment too. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short. But pay attention to what I said. Okay, pay attention to what I just said in this video. It's not too many videos that's gonna keep it real on this YouTube channel. It's not too many people in your life that's gonna keep it real with you. Not forget YouTube in real life. This ain't no small talk what we just talked about. But you know this some real shit.